You ever get back from a glorious winter break only to find that your whole classroom is met with unease, forgetfulness, and disconnect from your students? It's kind of like their brain was erased over winter break. Well, if that has happened to you, then today I'm going to give you some tips on how to get your classroom back and manage and let them practice and know what the expectations are, again, after winter break. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to help make sure that they understand that they're not alone. Like, you're getting back into the swing of things too. I like to kind of start with this book. So I really like this new book. It's called Back from Break. And it's perfect because it just talks a little bit about you had a time away and now you're back and you're ready to kind of get into the routine of things. And so I like this page because it talks about like we're about to review and talk about our expectations. I also love this book has really great diversity. And then I like this. So it has a bunch of different expectations in there, like sitting in our chair, how to be fair and share. It rhymes. But I think that this book is great because you can almost read through it once and then you can go back and you can stop and say, okay, sitting in their chair, what are they doing wrong? Oh, yeah. And then, talk about it in your classroom. Okay, well, how do we sit in our chairs? And just talking about those expectations. What are they? How, maybe you have like a reference chart up. Where can we remember to look for how we can sit on the carpet or in our chairs? Things like that. And just taking that time to really ease back into your first couple of days and taking the time to really review expectations is really important for classrooms. Thing number 2 that I love to do is, like I already said, kind of easing back in. So you don't want to start. I know that sometimes you have so much you feel like you need to teach that you can't kind of take a day off. But I would highly recommend that very first day that you get back from break, that you're doing classroom community building activities, because sometimes the kids have trouble coming back into that family atmosphere. Classroom community building activities can really help. And then some review activities. So make sure that you're not really, usually I personally don't like to teach a lot of new things. I like to see if I can review some stuff, especially if I can review things that are about to lead into what we are about to do is really helpful. It kind of gets their brain back working and it kind of helps step them into what we're about to be doing. And then make sure that you plan out a time for them to share. So this could be just like a turn and talk time, maybe a talking snack time. That day for writing, I usually have my kids write about what they did over the break and then give them time to either share with the whole class or share in partners or share in small groups. They need time to talk about what they did over the break. Even if it was nothing, they still want time to talk. And the thing is that if you don't give it to them, they're just going to talk when you're trying to teach or do something else. So I like to spend that first day kind of getting everything out so that then the next day we can review a little bit of expectations, but hopefully we already did the majority of them. The other ones I usually just review kind of as they come up and then start the learning, right? Because there's not a lot of downtime. And so we need to get back into that groove of learning. And so I like to just spend that first day kind of easing back into it and then get started right away. The next thing that you're going to want to do, which we already kind of talked about, is just to review your different procedures. So they're going to need reminders of what to do when they arrive. They're going to need reminders of how you transition and what's expected of them, dismissal, cleanup, all of those things. That first day should really be a review procedures day. I like to make a chart that looks like this, where you can just check off as you taught each item. You can check it off so that it kind of helps you remember and it helps make sure that you didn't forget anything. And then obviously if you see something that's not going right, we always stop and we review that procedure right then too and review it again. And then if you have time and if you can fit it in, I would highly recommend that my last step is to practice. Practice makes perfect, and sometimes just talking about it isn't enough. Sometimes kids really need to practice. They may not remember. If you're teaching small kids, they may not remember how to walk in a line. Even older kids, they may not remember what the bathroom procedures are. Maybe you need to take a bathroom break where everybody practices going to the bathroom the right way, not playing, washing their hands, things like that can really be helpful. Next week, I am going to be sharing classroom management tips for after you come back for winter break. I would love if you would join me next week. I put out a new video every Sunday, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I am so excited to have you here.